I think that the most important factor in getting to your power as a woman is to have a strong network because of the way our society works. That definition is what happens in your family as a kid. You haven't done it on your own, you've done it with your parents or your siblings or the people around you. So I do believe that you come to it by virtue of what you learn, both educationally, but with the people in your family, the people in your network. I think that it's about confidence, and I think it's about building confidence. And I think you and I have had several conversations about this. No one wants to believe it, but I'm a very shy person. But I've been given the confidence that I'm good at what I do. I've also been given the confidence that I have the power to have a positive influence. So I need to utilize that. My advice to anybody, any woman who is trying to understand what they want to do, is first know what you believe in, then know what you want to do about it. For me, I made a choice between education, being a school teacher, and going into business and giving people opportunity. And that's the power choice I made, because I knew I'd do better at this. I'd give more. I'd also earn more. So power is really about a self-definition. But if you don't believe in yourself, you'll never optimize your power. And power has so many connotations to people. Bottom line, power is what are you able to accomplish? What gives you that sense of pride? It's not control. It's about what can you get done. And if you get it done for other people, you're much more powerful. In the back of my head, I'm a skinny black kid from Houston, Texas. Now, that's kind of strange because I'm in my mid-50s, but that's the piece that always kind of sticks out. I'm finding myself, surprisingly, in all these great places. I spent a tremendous amount of my career in a lot of restaurant brands that lots of people know about. And about 2.5 years ago, I decided that I would leave corporate America and go and do my own thing. So I was the CEO of Caribou Coffee out of the Midwest. And I love restaurants, so I decided that I wanted to become a franchisee, do my own thing, and not have to deal with the public company stuff while we were going through a recession.
What's been your proudest achievement, either in life or in business?
I think I'm proud of lots of things, but if I had to choose one proudest achievement, I received an award called the Trailblazer Award from a women's group in my industry. And I think I was maybe the 12th person over 20 years that received it. And I got it for being a mentor. I got it for helping other women succeed. And so I always say it's really not about me. One of the things I love about what I do is I can get a lot accomplished through other people.
What do you want your legacy to be?
That I excelled in an industry and I excelled in my life. And in both cases, I gave back. In both cases, I was intent on doing everything I could for the people around me. I was intent and successful on helping others meet their power, be successful, do more that they wanted to do. I know for sure I wouldn't have the career I have, or the friends or the network that I have without my mentors. And I didn't know how to use mentors when I was young. I was a restaurant manager and I was proving myself constantly. I'm a control freak, so sharing was hard. Or even admitting that I didn't know everything was hard early in my career. And 2 or 3 people took me under their wing, professionally and personally. And so some of my best friends now, some of my business investors now are people who, for 20 years, have said, here's what we think would help. And one of the guys who's the best mentor that I've ever had, early on, and I was kind of stubborn and I was controlling and all those things in my late 20s, and he'd ask the question, what would you do differently to make it better? And he'd watch me in meetings, and we'd debrief after meetings. And he was teaching me how to be a corporate executive, because that was my thing. And I wanted to climb the ladder. And he kept asking the question, how could you have done that differently? Personal inspiration, I think, has come from my parents, particularly my father. I was giving a speech yesterday where I talked about the fact that my dad took me with him to sign people up to vote in the 60s. My dad helped me understand what it meant when John Kennedy was elected president, and I was a little kid. My dad really taught me that it's about showing passion for people. I've learned a tremendous amount by watching people like Colin Powell on a national or global stage, or Nelson Mandela. For me, inspiration is about these people who, no matter what happens to them, figure out a way forward. They don't blame. They don't last through anger, with anger. They turn anger into a next step. So I've had an opportunity to meet Colin Powell a few times, and he's just an amazing leader. He's unassuming, and he's very disciplined, and he listens. And so that public and personal balance of great people who care about what they're doing. I think the important life lesson for me as a woman is that any limitation really is the one you put on yourself. People aren't going to give you anything. And yes, there are times when being a woman is a disadvantage. There may be a lot of times in business. But the fact is, no more disadvantaged than lots of other different groups. I happen to be one of those double minorities. I'm an African American woman. I'm in my mid-50s. I grew up in a time when there weren't people that looked like me in the workplace. The life lesson really is, you have to believe in yourself. You have to know what you're good at. You have to keep working on your own skills. Don't wait for people to help you learn how to do your job well. You can find mentors to do that, but a business will never do that for you. You have to know what you believe in. You have to have backbone. You have to know when to walk away. Sometimes you have to walk away because being an African American woman isn't going to work where you are in that business. And so in corporate America, a life lesson became, I'm really good at what I do, and I'm going to keep trying to be perfect. But even if I were perfect, I'd still be viewed in a specific way. It is what I bring to the table. I'm Mallet, and I believe in the power of women.